Great. Awesome. We had an awesome practice today. I thought our guys played their tails off. Much better, much improved from yesterday from an execution standpoint. I know we've got stuff to clean up, especially on special teams for tomorrow. But all in all, it's a really good Wednesday.
How would you describe their receivers, what you've seen from teams?
Very athletic. You know, I think back when Stanford was really good, when they had Doug Baldwin and those guys running deep routes. They have that capability with this receiving core. You know, with Montgomery, with Cajuste, with Rector. These are all athletic guys, obviously different in style, with Cajuste being a bigger guy, but Rector and Montgomery can really run. So it's a tough matchup because they complement their run game very well. You know, you want to commit to defending the run, but then you know they can beat you with the deep ball to create explosive plays, which they were able to do last week. So it's a definitely unique challenge for us.
How do you practice against something like that? How do you try to create something?
Well, we try to do it when we're going against ourselves some, so that we can replicate some of the speed. You know, when it's Nelson or Juju and George Farmer, those guys running those routes, and then also trying to just be physical with them when we're running the balls, just to give them a sense of the physicality, but then the speed on the outside, and then you know we got to go to our scout teams and get our guys all the right looks to make sure we're prepared based on the things that we have on film.
What is Cody's status?
Ready to go.
It seemed like you guys implemented a little bit of a different plan in terms of the way he practiced today. What was?
Just want to make sure he's ready to go Saturday.
And Leonard, same thing, is
He'll be ready to go.
Leonard's definitely going to play.
Ready to go.
He'll be ready to go. What about Jordan Simmons and Khalil Rogers? Are they getting close to being?
They're back in there today. They're closer. They're both. You know, I know Jordan's cleared. We'll find out more on Khalil tomorrow. Jordan's cleared, ready to go. It's going to be a matter of conditioning for both those guys so that they can operate at the tempo in which we want to operate at.
And what about Damian Mama?
He worked out some early in practice today. Again, he'll probably be a game time decision.
How does Adoree match up with some of those guys? I mean, he's a special player.
Adoree's, you know, obviously the speed that he has matches up well defensively for us because he can really run. You know, offensively, you know, he'll have a package for us as well, and then he'll again contribute on special teams.
The road opener has been problematic. The road conference opener has been problematic for USC over the years. Do you have any idea why that might be?
I don't know. I haven't been here the last 5 years.
Back in 2008, you were on the staff. To game that lost to Oregon State.
5 times.
Coach, you guys running more up-tempo pace. You trying to put them into their offense in an up-tempo and take them out of their game at all?
Well, it's a unique matchup, obviously, that we're going to, you know, go as fast as we can go at a reasonable pace where we can operate. They're going to control things. They're still going to try to score. We're going to try to score. I can't force them to run more plays, and so it's just going to be a matter, I think, for both teams. The efficiency on third down is going to be something to watch closely because both of us want to extend drives, and the best way to do that is converting on third down.
What was the key to your third down success Saturday?
Execution, as it always is. I think the execution was a really good one, and I thought Cody's ability to extend plays when things weren't there were critical as well.
The rivalry's pretty fun between the schools. A lot of your kids are young; they don't know it. But how would you describe it? What it's grown to?
You know, I think it's been great. You know, it's not one of the, you know, although I think we've played Stanford more than any other team in our history. It's been one that I don't know if people, when you think of SC rivalries, you obviously think of UCLA, you think of Notre Dame, but in recent history, this game has grown to be one, an important one in Pac-12 play. Two, there's been some storylines along the way, and three, the teams have been pretty good. So, you know, I think this one Saturday is really no different.
How do you think Cody looked today?
They looked awesome.
So he came back without missing a beat?
Thought he looked great.
What have you seen out of Kevon Seymour? It seemed like he had a really good first game.
I thought he had a great first game. Got his hands on the ball really well. A lot of, you know, I think he had 4 pass breakups, I believe, in the first game. He's been very active again this week. He had an interception today, had an interception yesterday. He's playing confident, but he's being disciplined, and that's what you love to see out of the corner.
Do one more.
Throughout camp, you kind of experimenting with Cravens. Is this matchup one of those games that you think he's kind of poised to have a big game?
Well, it's a unique one because they can give you a lot of different things. They can put 8 offensive linemen on the field, or they can go to 3 wide open sets. And so Sua's versatility is a real key for us in this game, because he can play down in the box and be physical, and then he can be a deep safety in some of our nickel sets and everything in between there. So that's the luxury that we have with a guy like him, a guy who can be as versatile as he is.
Thanks, Sark.
Okay, thanks, guys.
Thanks, Coach.